Welcome back to the second episode about the definition of a life group in Japanese rule. In the last episode, I explained why we need to have some definition of life and death in the Japanese rule. It's because when there is a dispute, in Chinese rule, we could just solve it by the players, by playing on the board. If you can kill it, then they are dead. If you cannot capture it, then they are alive. So, we no need to define the 10,000 year core as a life group in the Chinese rule, but in the Japan rule, they will need to do this kind of definition. So let's see about what is the definition. There are two definitions. The first one is this. A life group is the group that the opponent cannot capture. That's what we have tried to say in the first episode. The traditional life group with two eyes or the seki, you can see. They are the group that the opponent cannot capture. Including this one. These are very famous eye shape that they are all false eye according our knowledge about eye, but we cannot capture it because the two false eyes linked together form a very interesting shape. You can take a look at this. And so this is the first type of life group. And the second type is more the important one, the one we need to explain in this episode. Even the stone is being captured, but after that, we can create some new stones that the opponents cannot capture. Then that stone is a live stone. For example, let's see here. This is the snapback shape. Logically, white could capture this stone. But after white captured it, we can make some new stone. These are new stone that white could not capture. So, this is a live stone. As after white captured it, we could create some new stone that white could not capture. And interestingly, this rule solved many interesting goal shape that normally only Chinese rule could solve it. So I think this rule is actually quite genius. I will show the example and tell you why it's very genius. But before that, let me also introduce another rule, which is the rule about core. When we analyze a group is live or dead, after we capture a core, of course, we cannot capture it back right after the opponent capture it. But even if we find core threat, we cannot capture back the core. The only way to capture back the core is to pass a move. When the opponent capture you a core, and then you need to pass in order to recapture the core. I will explain that later, because in this episode, I will try to focus on the first rule. And let's see an interesting shape right now. The example 4. Take some time and have a look at this shape first. Because this is a very interesting shape. Before I checked the Go rule in the Japanese website, I don't think I have seen this shape before. I learned Go for more than 10 years. I still didn't have any memory about this shape. Let's take a look. See, do you know is white a live group or dead group or anything else? Okay, pause the video if you need some time, because I will continue. This shape is very interesting. If white try to play first, then white will die or dead. But if black try to capture the white, then white could leave a group. See, for example, if white try to capture this, black fill in. White capture this, black fill in again. If white try to play here, then black could just play this, and you can see this group of white will be captured, and after this group is being captured, this group is also dead. So if white play first and try to capture either 3 stones, then all the white stones will be dead. But if black try to kill it, then after white capture this, black must fill in. Then something interesting happened. White could capture this again. Then because of this liberty is filled by the black. Now black cannot kill this stone group. If black kill this group, then white will capture this 4 stone and leave all the stones. So black could only kill this group. Yeah, this group is dead. But white could also leave this group. So very interesting. If black play first, white could leave half of them. Similarly, if black try to kill this group, the results are the same. Black could not put here now, so black could only play here, and white could leave. So, if black kill one side, white could leave another side. But if white play first, then white would all dead. So how should we judge? Is this a live group or dead group? Logically, white could not leave, right? And this is not a live shape for white. Either the black actually. The black is not a live shape too. So this will create some dispute if we don't have a clear goal rule. And luckily, the goal rule now, the Japanese goal rule now, could solve this. Let's see the definition. According to the definition, all the stones are live stones. And they will become seki if black did not kill it. Why? Let's see. The white stones are a live group because after black trying to kill either one group, it will create another group that black could not capture. Right? Before, black could choose either capture this group or this group. But if black try to kill this group will become stones that black could not capture. And that's fulfilled the definition of live stone. The definition is if the stones are being captured, but you could create some new stones that the enemy could not capture, then they are live stone. It fulfilled it. Very interestingly, it fulfilled it. And similarly, all the black stones are live stones too, because if the white try to capture the black stones, then after black played here, all the white's dead, and of course black could create many new stones that white could not capture. So this also fulfilled the definition that after the opponents capture the stones, we can create some new stones that the opponent cannot capture. And this case is solved. Because according to the definition, they are all live stone. So if this happened in real game, black must play here and to make an exchange. Because if black don't play and leave this group as a seki, then black will not have any points. But if black try to kill this group, then black could gain a lot of points, gain all the territories here. So this definition could solve the case and create a similar result with the Chinese rule. In the Chinese rule, we must solve all the life and death problem on the board. And if black could not capture the white, then the white would be considered as alive. So in both Chinese rule or Japanese rule, black could only choose to exchange and capture some stones and let one group of white leave. Very interesting. In the next episode, I will talk about this. This is a Torazu Samoku. Torazu Samoku means without captured, whites have 3 points here. And because this is a very, very interesting shape again. If black capture this, whites could, this is a snapback, and whites could capture 5 stones. So black don't want to capture it. But black may argue, white could also not capture it. Because white capture it, then black could play a snapback too. So how should we solve this? And in history, Go legend, I don't know who, Honimbo, one of the Honimbo, said whites have 3 points. Whites have 3 points here. So even in the Go rule of 1949, I think, this was written in the Go rule, and whites could have 3 points without capture. But this is already history. In the 1989 Go rule, this is considered as seki. And I will explain the shape more detailedly in the next episode. But hope you find this episode interesting. And I think this topic is really interesting. As a Go player using Chinese rule for many years, I didn't realize there would be many strange Go shapes that really need to be discussed. Yeah. So thank you for watching and see you next time.